They say no one lives in the old Bennett Building anymore. No lights, no tenants, just silence, and the cold scent of forgotten stories. But if you walk past it after midnight, you might see her, a woman in white, standing still on the third floor, staring through the cracked window, like she's been waiting for someone who never came. What if that someone was you? I don't usually believe in ghost stories. I've spent the past 5 years photographing abandoned places, factories, train yards, even forgotten hospitals, and not once have I seen anything that made me question reality. But something about the Bennett Building changed that. It was the kind of place that felt like it was watching you. Not haunted, exactly just ... aware. The locals warned me about it, said the third floor was cursed. They always said the same thing. If you see her, don't follow. But of course I did. It started with a photo assignment I gave myself documenting decay. I had been burned out. Clients had dried up. Rent was due. So I went back to what I loved, wandering empty places with nothing but a camera and silence. The Bennett Building stood at the edge of town, 5 stories tall, forgotten like a cracked memory. I slipped in through the back, flashlight in one hand, camera in the other. The air was thick like it had been holding its breath for decades. The first 2 floors were what you'd expect. Broken glass, collapsed ceilings, graffiti left by ghosts of bored teenagers. But the third floor, it was different. There were no tags on the wall, no signs of vandalism, just dust, neat, undisturbed dust, as if time had stopped, but only there. And then I heard footsteps. Not mine, soft, measured, like someone pacing barefoot on wood. I turned, and there she was. A woman in a pale white dress, not glowing, not floating real. Real in the most impossible way. Long black hair, skin like porcelain. She stood near the window, her back to me, staring out into the night. My heart pounded, but I raised the camera instinctively. Click. The sound echoed too loudly. She didn't flinch. I tried to speak, but my throat locked. Then, without turning, she whispered, "Why did it take you so long?" I froze. I didn't know her. I couldn't have. But my chest tightened, as if something buried deep inside me stirred. A name I didn't remember. A promise I never made. I took a step closer. The air grew colder. She finally turned around, and I saw her eyes. They weren't angry. They weren't sad. They were disappointed, like I had failed to keep a vow I never knew I made. She stepped toward me, and in that moment, I didn't see a ghost. I saw a woman waiting for answers, for closure, maybe even for love. "You said you'd come back," she said, her voice trembling like wind through broken glass. "You promised." I couldn't speak. I wanted to. Every part of me screamed to run, to deny. But deep down, I felt something familiar. A lifetime ago, maybe. A version of me I had forgotten. She reached out, her hand grazing my chest. And just like that, images flooded my mind. A rainy night. A kiss in the hallway of this very building. Laughter echoing through empty rooms. A fire. Screams. Smoke. Then nothing. Was this a memory? A dream? A lie I wanted to believe. When I blinked, she was gone. I stood there alone, heart racing, camera hanging useless by my side. The photo I took, still in the camera roll. But when I showed it to others, there was no one by the window, just light. A strange, almost human glow. Now I return sometimes. Not for the photo, not even for the thrill, but because part of me stayed with her, or maybe part of her stayed in me. And if you ever find yourself walking past the Bennett Building after midnight, and you see her silhouette in the third window, Don't be afraid. She's not there to hurt you. She's just waiting. Like she always has. Some ghosts don't haunt halls. They haunt hearts. And some promises echo louder in silence than any scream. If this story made you feel something, like, comment, and subscribe, because the night still holds many stories, and we're just getting started.